Hey guys, it's Camae and welcome back to my channel. So, as some of you may have known, I have recently moved to Canada for my studies. And so this video will be about some of the things that I did when I got here. And I hope this will help people who are planning to go here and, or people who have just arrived and are not sure of what to do next. I've been outside when it was minus 24, 25, but I'm still cold. Without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so the first thing that I did when I arrived, or rather when I was still in quarantine, was to get a social insurance number. So that's very important. So you need this because this allows you to work and this allows you to access government benefits and or programs. So think of it like, paano ba? In Pinas, like SSS, I think you can apply online or you can apply by going there directly. So I applied online and it's free. So all you have to do is to secure all the documentation needed and take a photo or scan them and submit. So as for me, I submitted my student permit, student/work permit, and then a valid ID. In my case, it's my passport. And then the last one would be the proof of address. So a proof of address is just a documentation that contains both your name and the address you are declaring. In some cases, it will be like utility bills or phone bills, or as for me, I used my enrollment letter. So I requested the school for an enrollment letter. Okay. And then you'll get that within 2 weeks, more or less. You can visit canada.ca for more info because the requirements are different. So depending on your status, if you're a temporary resident or a permanent resident rather, or an international student, it's different. So you have to read the website in order to know what you have to submit. Okay, second, I got a local number. Before I left, I activated my roaming, but unfortunately, I don't have signal here, so baka walang partner network over here in Calgary. Here it's different because the text, the call, and mobile data rates are very different. In the Philippines, we only get charged for outbound messages, or if we send text messages or call, that's outbound. But here it's different because you get charged both ways, so inbound and outbound, meaning if I get a text, I get charged. Since there are many network providers here, you have to do your research because depending on your budget and your usage, you have to find the right plan for you. Now I'm saying plan because here, either whether you're postpaid or prepaid, it's no different. It's still called a plan. The only difference is that when you're in prepaid, you don't have a contract. So meaning you can either, if you want to renew or not renew the services, then you're not liable. You're not liable to renew it every month. Since I already have a phone with me, I opted to do prepaid. And my plan is unlimited text, so I don't have to think about that inbound outbound thing. Unlimited text within Canada and international text as well, so I can send a text for free outside Canada as well. And then unlimited call nationwide in Canada. So if it's outside, of course, I have to pay for it already. And then unlimited MMS, is that what you call it? MMS, or picture messaging, video messaging, yeah, unlimited. And then of course a bit of gig for my mobile data. Okay, it's pronounced data here, but I'm used to pronouncing it as data. Okay, anyway. I only pay, I think, around $34 Canadian dollars per month with tax. Yeah, so my cousin mentioned that usually it's around 40 up, so 45, or my cousin pays 80. I don't know. I don't want that. So I only want the basic plan. And it works for me because I don't really use my mobile data a lot since there's Wi-Fi everywhere. Okay, so the next one you have to take note of is that you have to familiarize yourself with the mode of public transportation. It is very different. So unlike in the Philippines, our public transportation is very accessible 24/7 wherever you are. You just stand there and either a tricycle picks you up, a taxi picks you up, or a bus picks you up, whatever. So here, there are schedules. So you have to go to the bus stop, and then the buses arrive at certain schedules, but sadly the interval between buses and trains would be around about 10 to 30 minutes. So that's a bit long if if you're in a hurry. So that's why even if there's no traffic here, and even if your destination is somewhat near, it still takes you several minutes to get there, considering the interval, especially if you're switching from bus to train and or vice versa. It takes a while. And another difference here is that you don't pay as you ride, or pay per ride, because that's the concept in the Philippines. If you ride a bus, you pay. Ride a tricycle, you pay. Ride a train, you pay. So here it's different. It's ride all you can for a certain amount of time. So it's like you buy a ticket, or there are many ways you can pay for your transit. So as for me, since I'm new, I use the ticket. So a ticket is worth $3.50. So that's per ticket. I can ride as much bus or as many trains as I want, provided that I do it for 2 hours only. The ticket expires after 2 hours upon your usage. When you buy the ticket, when you first ride whatever transportation that is, whether it's a bus or a train, you have to validate that. And then that validation will tell you what time it expires. Yeah, something like that. It's a bit tricky, but all you have to remember is it's not pay per ride. It's ride all you can for a certain amount of time. Okay. Also, you have to be very honest, because once you're caught without that valid ticket, you will be charged a hefty sum of money. So be very careful and very honest. And what else? There's an app that I downloaded. It's called Calgary Transit app. So it's very useful because it tells me the schedules of the buses, the trains, and if I enter my destination, it will tell me which bus lines I have to take or train lines I have to take, something like that. So wherever you are, just check if there's an app that's like that. It's very helpful. Okay, next is you should get a health insurance. It's very expensive when you get sick here if you don't have an insurance. As for me, I did not get one because I have a health insurance in conjunction with my tuition fee, so it's already included, so I'm covered until I'm still studying. Or that, I think so. But yeah, I think so. So that's why I didn't get a separate insurance apart from the insurance provided by my school. Okay, the next one would be buy clothes. Especially for me, since I arrived here during winter and it gets very cold. The jackets that I brought from the Philippines, they they don't match, or they're no match at all to the jackets or coats I bought here. The coats here are thicker and I think it's warmer in a way. Yeah, I bought one. It helped me survive when I went out to go to school on a stormy, snowy, cold day. Okay. Whatever clothes that are appropriate for the weather when you get here, buy them. Of course, for winter you have to have your earmuffs. I don't have earmuffs, but I wear like the bonnet thing. Gloves, of course, to keep your hands warm. My hands here are always cold, but my cheeks are always warm, so that's a good contrast. And for your feet, of course, your socks, and then your leggings. If you're gonna double layer, then leggings first before your jeans. Yeah, and then your scarf and your coat with hood. It helps. And the mask, actually, with this pandemic, the mask helps cover my nose, my very, very sensitive nose. So in a way, I'm very thankful for the mask, especially during winter. Buy shoes, buy waterproof shoes. I actually bought a pair of boots here, and then my uncle used this spray. It's a one-time spray thing that you do when your shoes are new. So he says that it somehow protects your shoes from moisture or something like that. I don't know, I just sprayed it. Next is you have to open a bank account. But before you can open a bank account, you need your social insurance number. So that's very, very important that you get that done first. So, and of course, I'm not sure if it's because of the pandemic, but you can't walk in. You have to schedule your appointment with a bank. I will schedule my appointment by next week because I don't have classes next week because it's reading week. Since I'm an international student, I looked for banks with promotions for international students. You know, promotions like you don't have to pay when you open a bank account, or a bank that can offer international students credit card. Because when you use your credit card here, you gain credit points that eventually you can use when you get a loan for a house or maybe a car. I'm thinking far ahead. It's just better if I open a bank account specifically catered to international students, is what I think. Yeah. Let's end this on a lighter note. So you have to allot time to play since it's winter and, you know, we don't have snow in the Philippines. So I made a snow angel. I still haven't made a snowman yet. It's just my cousin, but I was able to experience the powdery texture of fresh snow. Not the parang freezer type of snow. Freezer ice type of snow. But I have to warn you, the cold outside is not a joke. So you have to dress warmly, especially for temperatures that go beyond -30. So this week it's been almost, I think, -30 and above. So it's very cold. Layer up. Cover your hands, cover your ears, cover your nose if you can. I went out last night. I walked around with my cousin. I think it was -25 last night. I was already wearing leggings, jeans, 2 layers of top and a coat, and my bonnet, gloves and scarf. I still felt cold. Not in my upper body, but my hands. It's not a joke, so you have to really dress warmly. There, that's it. So in the next video, probably I'll tell you guys more about how I'm adjusting, since it hasn't been that long since I got here. But those are the things that I did, or that I will do, since I haven't opened a bank account yet. That will be next week. These are the things that are important to do when you get here. I hope that helped, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Stay warm. Bye.